So you are waiting to make enough money before you get your finances sorted, right? You're thinking, once I'm earning enough, I'll tidy up my Xero setup. But here is the truth. That thinking is exactly what is keeping you stuck. And in this video, I want to talk about how financial clarity needs to happen before growth, not after. Because if you're winging it with messy numbers and you're avoiding looking at reports and just generally avoiding looking at your finances, then you're not just safely parking your finances and focusing on growth. You're actually risking your business because you could be focusing on completely the wrong areas in terms of growth. You could be completely blind to issues that are creeping up. And it's just not a good way to run things. Hi, I'm Ray Armand, a chartered accountant, mum of 4, and founder of Route to Growth Accounting and Advisory. And on this channel, I help UK business owners like you become Xero heroes. So I want you to be able to read your profit and loss without panic and use your Xero accounting software to grow your business, not just survive the tax season. So let's talk about mindset. Okay, this is a mindset that I see all the time. And it's the idea that you need to focus on growing your business in exclusivity and just ignore your finances and you'll sort them when you have time. And 100%, your efforts need to go towards growing your business, okay? Because that's what you're trying to do at the end of the day. But you need to make sure that you are carving out time, a little bit of time every single week to keep your finances ticking along to you, to keep on top of your bookkeeping, to keep on top of your numbers. Because here's the thing, if you delay that clarity and understanding how you are doing in terms of your accounting, in terms of your bookkeeping and your numbers, then it's like saying, I will read the map on how to get to where I want to be after I've driven all the way to Scotland. So you're trying to get to Scotland and you think, okay, I'll read the map after I've got there. Okay? If you don't have the financial clarity, you are going to make bad decisions. And you can't grow what you don't understand. So you can't grow a business if you don't understand the profit drivers behind the business. And it doesn't need to be scary. And listen, I get it. You didn't start your business to spend your evenings buried in Xero or buried in spreadsheets. And maybe your Xero feels like it's in a foreign language. What is it trying to do? Why is there always a mess? And you're not alone. So many businesses and so many business owners feel this way. And it's not your fault, but it is your responsibility to fix it. And the good news is it's actually way easier than you think. And let me give you a little bit of motivation. Here is what happens if you delay this. And I see it all too often. These are things that I've seen happen time and time again if you delay or avoid looking at your numbers. You end up undercharging your customers or your clients because you don't understand the true cost of delivering the product or the service. You end up overspending because you just don't have visibility. And I often see people make fear-based decisions instead of data-driven ones. So when they come to, I don't know, decide, can they afford to go to that trade show expo? Can they afford to buy the piece of equipment? Can they afford to recruit another employee? They make the decision out of just fear. I've got to grow. I need this. And they don't have the data, the numbers to tell them whether it's actually going to work. And so they drive blind. And I see it happen so often. And worst of all, if you wait until you finally have made money and you wait until that point, it disappears fast. Just like that, just as quickly as you made it, it's disappeared because you don't have the foundations for understanding what are your profit drivers. It's not there because you haven't been tracking the numbers, staying on top of your bookkeeping as you go along. And when tax season comes, chaos. We don't want chaos, we want calm. And if you're not staying on top of your numbers, you could be overpaying tax. Right now, this year, when you go to file your tax return, whether you're a limited company or a sole trader, you could be overpaying tax because your bookkeeping is not done right. You could be missing out on claiming deductions or thinking that maybe your business isn't working, when in fact, it's just because your numbers aren't clear. It's not a lack of money that's the issue in a lot of cases. It's the lack of clarity, the lack of understanding what is happening with the money that the business has earned. And so what is the solution? Well, what you need to do is you need to get clear before you grow. You don't need to wait. You mustn't wait until you have grown that amazing business and then think, okay, I'll get someone in, and then I'll have time to sort out the finances. It's a journey of, you need to look at that map. Look at your financial reports once your bookkeeping's up to date so that you can know where you are heading. Set up your Xero properly. Make sure you can understand your profit and loss, and make sure you are tracking your cash flow. Because then, and I want this for you, and then you can make bold, confident, and strategic decisions backed up by the numbers. Okay? So it doesn't need to be overwhelming. Just start today by just spending a little bit of time, a little half an hour every Friday, looking at your numbers, looking at your Xero. Spend a bit of time. And once you do this, you'll know which of your services or product lines are actually profitable, which ones are more profitable than others. You'll feel calm bank balance because you'll understand what drives that bank balance. And you'll be able to pay yourself with confidence, because at the end of the day, you started the business for your own personal financial freedom. So you'll be able to pay yourself with confidence and not worry about whether you have enough money coming in to afford that. And you'll finally stop fearing tax season, because wouldn't that be great? And the power with all of that is literally at your fingertips. The accounting software that exists nowadays is built to aid business owners, to assist them with their growth. And something like Xero Accounting Software is there to help you. It's not there just to keep HMRC happy. It's not just there for compliance and getting that VAT return submitted, CIS if you in the construction industry, and your tax return. It's actually designed to help you as the business owner make decisions. So here is what you can do today. Because at the end of the day, I'm saying all of this stuff. What can you actually go and do? Yes, Ray, I totally get what you're saying. What can I go and actually do today to make a difference? So what you can do is you can log into your Xero, if that's what you're using for your bookkeeping, and you can check your chart of accounts. It's under settings. Are things set up correctly? Does it make sense? Is it broken down in such a way that you're going to be able to tag your transactions in a logical way so that you can then have that information that is logical to make decisions? Okay, so log into your Xero and check your chart of accounts. Next, go and run your profit and loss report for the last 3 months. So last month compared to the prior 2 or 3 months. What stands out to you? What is weird? That might take you back to the chart of accounts because you need to fix something there. You might pick up a weird trend that you can then drill down into and actually start to make some decisions. Then I want you to set a recurring weekly reminder to spend a dedicated 30, if you can spare it, 60 minutes doing this. Make sure your bank is fully reconciled and then go and run that profit and loss report. And remember, that clarity is not about perfection. It's about progress, making small little steps. You don't need to be a bookkeeper. You just need the right structure and the right support to get you there. So stop waiting to earn enough before you get your finances in order. Clarity is the thing that gets you there, and it doesn't need to be a reward once you arrive at your destination. Get that clarity now. And if this message resonated with you, please hit that like and subscribe button. Drop a comment below telling me what you're going to sort out first, or telling me where you may be stuck and how I can help you with that future video. And if you want my top tips for turning Xero into your business's secret weapon, then I'm going to pop a link in the description below for how to sign up to get one of my free resources and get onto my mailing list so that you get notified every time future video and future live trainings are released. Okay, and remember, you've got this. I want to take you from chaos to clarity, and let's do it together. Thanks for listening.